Discuss President Trump's efforts on police reform. Assistant to the President for Domestic Policy, Jeanine Smith. All right, welcome, Jeanine. The President has indicated that he's staying in Washington this weekend and that he canceled the plans that he did have. Why is he in Washington?
The president's always focused on the work of the people, and under his watch, he's not going to let lawlessness continue to happen in Washington, D.C. around these monuments. So we thought it's best to stay around to make sure things don't go off track.
Is the president prepared to federalize the National Guard? I mean, it appears that the mayor in Washington isn't the strongest law and order mayor, as you might call one. And will he call in the National Guard?
The president is always prepared to act. He's prepared to act when lawlessness got too bad around Washington, D.C. and they started destroying property. And so if he has to do it, he will.
And is he prepared to do it in other states as this lunacy continues to go on throughout the country? I mean, the chaos, the anarchy. People are really afraid. I mean, between the combination of COVID and then watching this lawlessness, people are frightened. And the president himself has indicated every night we're going to get tougher and tougher. What does that mean?
Yes, the president is just ready to act around the country. He's going to continue to work with the governors and give them the resources they need to keep the community safe. Look, the president really wants our country to recover and come out strong after COVID. And just like the riots, we're not going to let riots similar to what happened in the 60s destroy our cities and take 30, 40 years to build. We want opportunity now, and the president is going to have law and order with compassion.
All right. Jeanine, you worked on the executive order that the president issued regarding police reform. And I noticed that one of the issues that I thought was very interesting was a combination of having social workers accompany police officers. Can you explain how that would work and in what situations that might happen?
Sure. So law and order, like with compassion, like I mentioned before, the compassionate part is he realizes that law enforcement officers have to deal with individuals who have mental health issues or have addiction issues, or even in some cases are homeless. And they have overwhelmed our police departments in the past. But a co-responder resource is having a social worker join who's trained dealing with people with mental illness and trained with dealing with those with addictions to help de-escalate. Of course, law enforcement is there just in case individuals get out of hand and become violent. However, in every case, they don't always need law enforcement to act. They maybe need some professional help from social services. And so this is a partnership between community groups and the police departments.
Well, it's a very tough call, Jeanine. I mean, being able to determine, in the beginning, which hand is necessary in which situation. But I understand that you are prioritizing actually grant money based upon those police departments that come up to the standards that the president has laid out in his executive order. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. We want to make sure that every the police department around the country is certified and accredited. That means having the highest standard as it relates to use of force, having great standards around de-escalation training, and also having great police community relations. There's ways to do this. We've seen plenty of law enforcement agencies reform their departments in a way that not only keeps the community safe, but also creates much trust between the police and the communities. And so that's the direction we want to go in, bringing the community together.
All right, Jeanine Smith, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much, Judge.
And up next, Senator Marsha Blackburn.